Okay guys, welcome back to CBD Yoga and Fitness. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Mike. Today's video is going to be a yoga for legs sequence specifically designed for athletes. So if your legs are feeling a little tight, or if you're like me and you just did leg day and you can't really move that well, then this sequence is designed for you. So when you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. Okay guys, so we're going to begin today's practice coming into all fours. So take your time getting there, stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers are spread wide, hands actively pushing into the mat. Knees are stacked underneath the hips, tops of the feet actively pushing into the mat. And then once you have this nice foundation, let's extend that right leg out long. And simply just rock back and forth, waking up that right leg. And now from here, let's step that right leg over our left and look back over our left shoulder at our right foot. And you can stay here, or again, you can rock. And on your next exhale, come back to center. And then from here, let's extend that left leg long, taking it over to the other side. Rocking that left leg up and down. Really breathing into the back of that left leg. And when you're ready, let's step that right leg over our right and look back over our right shoulder, back at our left foot. Breathe here. Exhale, come back to all fours. From here, keep the hands planted in the mat, shift the hips up, coming into a downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet here. Again, really breathing into the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves. And then when you're ready, let's just find a nice neutral position and we'll take a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, when you're ready, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands, lower the left knee down, left shoelaces down. And then on your next inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky, coming into a nice low lunge. Keep that core engaged and try to keep your hips in one line here. So for a lot of us, this may mean drawing our right hip back and our left hip forward. Take a couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, imagine your hands are covered in paint. On your next exhale, paint an imaginary wall down with your hands, bringing your hands to your mat, and then sliding the hands back, shifting the hips back, coming into a runner's stretch. So keeping the right foot flexed, again, really breathing into the back of the right leg here. If you have a block, you can rest your right hand on a block here as well. Just come back to your breath. Your next exhale, shift back forward. From here, plant that left hand into the mat, lift the left leg off the mat, and pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with your right hand, reaching that right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, bring that right hand back down to the mat, lower the left knee down, and from here, shift forward just a little bit, coming onto the area above the left knee, and then bend the left knee and reach back with your right hand, grabbing hold of that left foot, and come onto the left fingertips here as well. If you can grab your foot, you can just kind of practice this motion. Awesome quad stretch here. Exhale, slowly release that leg down, plant the hands, and again shift it back to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. And on your next inhale, let's lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the left foot up in between the hands, lower that right knee down, right shoelaces down, and from here, let's inhale. Rise up into a nice low lunge. Again, try and find a nice foundation here, keeping that left knee over that left ankle, core engaged, and trying to keep those hips in one line. So on this side, a lot of us might mean to draw our left hip back and our right hip forward. Breathe. And again, imagine your hands are covered in paint here on your next exhale. Paint a wall with your hands down to your mat, and then slide the hands back, shift the hips back, coming into a nice runner's stretch. Keeping that left foot flexed here, really breathing into the back of the left leg. And if you have a block, you can rest your left hand on a block here. And when you're ready, let's shift it back forward. And from here, let's plant the right hand into the mat, lift the right leg up off the mat, and pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with your left hand, reaching that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, plant that left hand into the mat, lower the right knee down. And from here, shift forward just a little bit, coming onto the area above the right knee. And when you're ready, you can bend that right knee, reach back with your left hand, coming into that nice quad stretch. Make sure to breathe. Your next exhale, slowly, mindfully release that leg back down. And again, plant the hands and we'll shift it back to downward facing dog. Great job, guys. From here on your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky once again. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands. This time, let's pivot the left foot 90 degrees and air guitar that left arm up, coming into a nice warrior two. And let's try and keep a nice foundation here. So the right heel should be in line with the left arch, right knee over right ankle, arms to a T, breathe. And on your next inhale, let's shift it back into a peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, and we'll shift it back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, let's lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the left foot up in between the hands. From here, pivot the right foot 90 degrees. Air guitar that right arm up. Again, coming into a nice warrior two. Left heel in line with the right arch. Left knee over left ankle. Arms to a T. Breathe. On your next inhale, come back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down and step it back to downward facing dog. Breathe. From here, let's heel toe, walk the feet up to the back of the hands. From here, let's take a nice forward fold. And keep the knees nice and bent here if you like. And now from here, staying in this forward fold, let's plant the hands into the mat so we can take turns extending one leg, breathing into that one leg. Exhale, release, and then straighten the other leg. Breathe. Exhale, release. And now from here on your next inhale, let's slowly roll it up, stacking the vertebrae. The chin is the last lift. Coming into a nice mountain pose. Great job, you guys. From here, let's place our feet as wide as the mat, and our hands can come together at our heart, and let's shift the hips down, coming into a nice yogi squat. Try and keep the spine as straight as you can here. And then when you're ready, let's make our way onto our bums. And we'll do another head to knee pose here. So coming into Janu Sirsasana. So here, let's extend the right leg out long again, keeping that right foot flexed. Our left foot can come into our right thigh. And from here, let's inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that right leg, and then melt down here. Again, really breathing into the back of the right leg. Try and sink a little deeper with each exhale. On your next exhale, slowly roll it back up. From here, let's take it over to the other side, extending that left leg long, keeping that left foot flexed, bringing that right foot into our left thigh, and inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that left leg, and then melt down. Come back to your breath. exhale, slowly, mindfully roll it back up. And from here, let's extend both legs out long. This time keeping both feet flexed. Again, let's inhale, lift our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, melt forward. Breathing into the back of both the legs here. And on your next exhale, let's slowly roll it back up. From here, let's make our way onto our backs. And let's keep the soles of the feet rooted in the mat here. From here, let's come into a bridge pose. So on your next inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Shimmy the shoulders underneath you. You can clasp the hands together here. And if you have a block, you can place it in between your knees. Or if you don't have a block, you can just imagine a block in between your knees. Let's take a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's bring the hands up towards the sky. Come up onto the tippy toes. Then exhale, slowly lower the spine back to the mat. From here, let's take a constructive rest. Bring the feet as wide as the mat, letting the knees knock in towards each other. One hand can rest on your heart, the other on your belly. And now from here, let's make our way into the final Shavasana, extending the legs out long, the arms out long. Coming back to your breath, feel free to close your eyes here. Letting your body and your legs reap the benefits of today's practice. I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready, we can rock back up into a nice seated position of your choice. And from here, let's bring the hands together at our heart once again. Thank you all so much for sharing your time and your energy with me today. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Now from here, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.